Welcome to First Pullback. It is Friday, July 24th, and so we had some really good action day here in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So let's get into it. So starting off right here, we can see the overnight session. What we had going on here was a nice little trend channel going up. So if we take this and that right there, draw it up to that right there, real nice trend channel starting down on it perfectly. And then right when the market opened right here, this is when it showed signs that it made a false breakout like here, like it was going all the way down, and then ran it up all the way to the top of the trend channel and then all the way back down to the bottom to finish below it. But that's basically going on until 10:30 yesterday. That's what we had, nice little trend channel going up right there. But so when the market got open right here, we see the 1 minute box right there, and so what we do is we look to see which direction it's going to go. So the first direction we had from it was we had the close above the box right there, so that means we are looking for a long, but unfortunately there wasn't really a whole lot going on to it right there. But we did have a trade. And so what it is right when it closed up there, we go back to the lowest low in the session right there, and then the current high for what it is. So right when it opened up right there, it closed above it. That signals we're going here to the upside. We were already at the 61.8. I was already hitting it right when it closed. So the X we're looking for is a 38.2. So I went up there and hit that one for that trade being over. Then soon after that, it broke out below down here, and not just broke out below, but closed below. So that means now we're looking for the downside trade. So we take it to, we look for, make sure that's the high of the day. Yes, that currently was the high of the day right then. So we take it right there and draw it back down all the way to the low as it goes. So as you can see, the price went up, hit up by the 38% right here, right down to 23.6. Because what I used to do, I used to have this box right here, and that was a little bit lower than the 23.6, which I did not like. So I changed it to exit from being the bottom, the halfway point between the 0% line and the 38% line, just to the 23.6 line, because I found that that's a lot more accurate and a lot more safe for it. So from this trade right there, that was the entry right here. And then you see within the very next bar finished that one up right there, so we were looking good right there. But then the market continued to go up, closed above the 1 minute box right there, so that signals that we are now looking for a long trend. So we go down here to the bottom, wait for the retracement to come back down and hit. Here we go. It hit the 38% line box right there, ran it all the way down to the 61.8%. So when that happens, we get in at the 61.8 as well, and then the exit moves up to the 38%. So you can see that bar hit, and the very next bar, that one went and took care of it. And so since it went up and made a new high, we draw the Fibonacci extension up, looking for the next pullback. Here we go, the very next one, hit the 38% right here, and we had the market go away from us some. It went all the way down there, looks like it's going to make a runway, and then this next block right here comes up and takes it right there. In fact, if I may go over, I might go look at the 1 minute chart, because I think on the 1 minute chart what happened was came down and hit, ran it up and hit the 38, but needless to say, it ran it all the way down to the 88.6 the 88.6 box right here, or the 88.6 Fibonacci retracement level, before it went up and hit the 38.2 to finish that one out. So then from there, we just keep running the Fibonacci extension up, because we're definitely in an uptrend. See, it came down, missed it by, it hit, I didn't get filled there. I actually wasn't looking for it right there until after the fact. I'm not sure if you would be able to get filled right there for it if you have a resting order right there, but it's close enough to consider it get hit, and then went up, took that one out. So another trade right there. And so we just keep on drawing it up, looking for the 30% line to get hit right here. And you notice about my fib retracement levels, I went and changed them up a little bit, because since I added the 23.6 for the exit for the 38%, I wasn't using the 50% for anything. It's mainly just like a general guideline for it. I only used the 38, the 61.8, and the 23.6. So I just went ahead and removed it, so I wouldn't, my charts are getting cluttered up enough with enough lines on there, which I'll talk about these dotted lines and the other black dashed lines and things like that as well. So here we have the next one. we're looking for the pullback. Here we go, right back down to the 38% line right there. Hits it right there, goes on back down. Yeah, that's about the 50% line right there. You can see use that support, went up there, ticked it off just close enough to get to the 23.6 line for that one to be set and complete right there. Now after that, that was the last long one we had for the day, because then after that we were in a downtrend for it. So then for the rest of the day, there was nothing else going on as far as the retracements go, because yeah, we are in a downtrend right there. We see it's hitting off the 23.6, but it's not enough for us to get in the trade. And by the time it would break past the 1 minute chart, it would already be in the positive territory or uptrend territory for what we were looking for. So that was it. There weren't any more trades for that. Another thing I want to show you real quick is one thing I've been looking at is these dash lines right here at the bottom, and then there's one way up here at the top. What that represents is the overnight high and overnight low for yesterday's sessions, because you can see there was an overnight high for yesterday's session, and then the overnight low right before it opened was right down there. So I marked those right there real quick, because what I've noticed is the next day, which is these ones right here, there is a lot of action off of them for the most part. So what I'm seeing is, like, it wouldn't have been a good one today because price was still just going in and out, getting in and out of it. But like when the price opens away from it, it comes down to it. I've noticed that it uses that support to come up. And then also I have what all these dotted lines on here for it are. The blue one is 50%, the red ones are 61.8, 38%. This is 14.6%, and this is the 100 minus 14.6, which is around 85.4% up here. It just matches that over there, because I've noticed that these lines, especially this 14.6 in reverse up here, there's a lot of movement off of there. So I'm coming up with some type of trade strategy to come up for it. And then what these pink lines are right here is they're the 1.414% or 141 point, I think 4.6. Anyways, it's like a Fibonacci extension level, that Fibonacci extension level for it. So I use it off of the, because I'll show you right here with my Fibonacci levels right there, drawing it from there to there. So that's what it comes out to right there. And then one up here, because also what I've noticed is a lot of times when price comes down, it acts as some type of support or resistance level. I don't have a trade off of it right there, but as you see, just blew past it, but then came up, ticked right off of it, and came back down. So today it wasn't used as support, it was used as resistance. Oh, also one trade I forgot to mention right here, which obviously didn't take, it was at about 2 o'clock in the morning my time, is here it hit off the not only was the overnight low of the previous day, but also it's the 0% line or the low of the day from yesterday. So what trade that is right there is that's a long trade when it hits right there. And so the exit is you just draw the Fibonacci retracement down, and the exit's at 30% until it hits it. So that's another trade right there for it. So going into the weekend and going into Monday of next week, not a whole lot of action. I mean, because we have this, or a whole lot of things that I can say that this is exactly what I'm looking for. We have this trend channel right here, and price is closing off of it right there. So it looks like when the market opens up Sunday night, I would expect the price to, oops, that's not the one I wanted. Is my arrow key. That's not it. That's it right there. Okay, F3. I just expect price to come out of it right there. So I don't think that trend channel is really going to hold for it going in to next week here for the SP 500. But overall, looked like when the market opened, it was going to be an up day, but it ended up being pretty much a flat day since we opened up right about here, closed right about here. So a lot of movement, but never really ended up anywhere else. Let's go over to the NASDAQ here real quick. You know what? I remember now what I have to. For some reason, when I load the chart over, it doesn't carry all of my markups on it. So let me pull it over here real quick. There we go. So here is the NASDAQ here real quick. It had a lot of good trade actions for it today. You see the market open right off the yesterday's overnight low session right there. It came up, used it as resistance, and that's as high as it got down here today. So starting off, here's the first couple trades that we had for right here. So the first one, when the market opened up, right here. This was an extremely quick trade because there we have the bottom, and you can see it closed above it right there. So that means we are looking for a long. And this right, oh, I'm sorry, hold on. It goes right there to right there. There's the low, there's the high of it right there. So as you can see, let me take that off. Oops. Okay. It was off the 61.8% right there, right when it closed. So the exit is 38.2%. So it went up there and hit that one really nicely for a real quick trade right when the market opened right there. Then the next trade we're going to have is going to be a long setup right over here. You can see here that's the first touch off of the yesterday's low of the day all the way down to the 1.146. So what we do is we look for the last marked swing high, which is going to be that orange semaphore up there, and we just keep on drawing it down until the 38% line hits up there. So it didn't hit it. It went all the way down, used the 1.146 Fibonacci extension level as the support for it. That's the bottom area right there. Went up, got close enough for the 30% to consider that one to be done. So that was that trade. So even if I didn't take the trade, but even if you got in right there right at the opening, you would have had a very, very slight profit for it right there. And then the next one we have right here is going to be another short trade. So what I'm looking for is got to go all the way back up here. There's the high of the day right here. Draw it all the way down to the low of the day, because what we're looking for is a 38% level to hit, and there it is right there. It got hit right there, and then look at that, all nice right down to the 23.6, and that trade was said and done. Then what we have up here, price came up and hit it went above the one minute chart, so now we're looking to go to the upside. But the only problem with that was is that by the time it comes down and hits the 30%, price is already going here down for a downtrend for right there. So there wasn't a whole lot of other trades left for the end of the day, because now since it's going back down to the downside, we have to go back up to the high of the day up here, and there's the low of the day. And since that trade already happened over here, we needed to make a new low, and then we needed to come down, make a new low, and then go back up and hit the 38% line for that to be a valid trade right there for it. So going into Monday for the NASDAQ, we actually are in a nice little downtrend over here. You can see, let me close this out a little bit right there. But if we just take starting about, and that's not what I wanted. Go from there to there, all the way down, bring it down to about right there. You can see that overall the NASDAQ market is in a been a really nice downtrend for that's 1, 2, 3 days right here, and it's at the very bottom end of this kind of faux trend channel right down here. So we'll see what happens when the market opens up. I think for the S&P it's going to go up when it opens, and then for the NASDAQ over here, since we're at the bottom over here, wouldn't be surprised Monday morning if we see it go up and eventually go up here to this faux kind of trend channel right up here. Here you can see I already have my stuff already painted. It's this indicator I created for it over here. It goes ahead and paints it for the next day after the current day is about closed. Right here we got 4 more minutes. So these are the levels we're going to be looking at here for the next day. I'm going to look at it over the weekend and see what I can really devise after this, because like I said, a lot of the times when price opens up and it hits that a lot of times is used as a resistance level for it, and then if it's used as resistance, a lot of the times price comes down to that 1.146 or 1.414 extension level right there, because again, if you drop from right there to right there, you can see it right there for the extension level for it. So that's probably one of the first things I look for. And then after that, not really sure, but like I said, we have that downwards trend channel, so we'll see if the market does that and then keeps on grinding higher for the NASDAQ. So anyways, this is first pullback. Have a great weekend.
No, you can spectate me.